You've stopped letting people you date matter too much. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. When you've been hurt in relationships, protecting yourself feels safer. Now you're independent and you're strong, but are you able to emotionally connect to someone?
We build a healthy relationship after 30, and by the end of this video, you will see how to connect with someone without feeling exposed.
So here's what most people don't realize. You didn't just wake up one day and choose independence over connection. You adjusted. You adjusted because of repeated disappointment and because you realized that when you're vulnerable, it has a cost. Eventually, you're going to get hurt. It happens because you have experiences consecutively that are bad. Experiences that make you feel like with each new, pain that comes along from dating or from somebody that you like, then you had your hopes up and then they hurt you.
Yep.
Even if it's small, it just kind of builds up on that initial pain.
The older we get, the harder it becomes as well.
Yes.
And also, the stronger we're going to protect ourselves.
Psychologically, what you said makes sense because your brain actually rewires itself to protect you from future pain.
Yeah.
So it's not even that you're doing this consciously. Your brain and your body is literally putting you in this defense mechanism to kind of block any future disappointment and pain, because you know that emotional pain is also linked to physical pain. They can hurt just as badly.
I think it's even harder to heal those pain as well.
Well, so they last a lifetime, those scars.
Yeah, so, and because of that, then the harder as well you're going to protect yourself and put barrier, shield and everything to protect yourself as well.
With repeated hurt, your nervous system actually is more sensitive to that threat, like you said. And I think because when you're older, you've experienced pain more frequently, you would assume you've had more experiences, therefore you've had more disappointments. And then your nervous system has learned, hey, this feels similar. This is something we did before. I recognize this pattern, and so it just kind of shuts down, even in situations when maybe you don't need to have that big of a protection. So just understand that it's not that you're being pessimistic, it's more so just the conditioning and all of your experiences that kind of led you to be more protective over your heart, which is completely understandable. And while in some cases protecting your heart is necessary, protection to this level doesn't just mean protection. It actually becomes who you are. It becomes a part of your personality. And at first, it actually feels really empowering. You don't get triggered as quickly. You don't obsess over texts, and you don't overinvest.
Exactly. I remember my situation when I was single. And as a single man, I realized that I kind of put those rules that I had to also put the distance automatically. And it became a part of me after. I don't say that, I don't know if I lost myself in the process, but a little bit.
And that's exactly it, because eventually when you stay guarded like that, you stop sharing deeply. You stop letting people affect you. You stop letting anyone get too close to actually matter to you.
Exactly.
And it's kind of what you mentioned before with your past relationship, because attachment research actually shows that after relational hurt, people can shift to a more avoidant coping strategy. So people start to value independence a little bit more and closeness a little bit less. This can be disguised as strength, but it's actually just a form of being guarded and protected.
And also, you know what? Adaptation protects you, but it also changes how you connect to people.
So now the real question is, why does this leave you feeling disconnected? Well, connection requires exposure, not oversharing, not chaos, but actual emotional exposure.
If you train yourself not to need, you also train yourself not to feel deeply, miss deeply, and attached deeply. So at the end of the day, you're stable, but you're not very connected.
Interestingly enough, when you reduce vulnerability to avoid comfort, you actually also reduce positive connections. So essentially the same system that blocks pain also blocks closeness.
And here is where the cost became visible.
This is the part that people don't notice, because it seems so natural and normal to be like, I don't need anyone, I'm totally fine alone, I'm so good like this. And maybe You are. But just ask yourself this: are you independent or are you unavailable? So let that sit, because that question, it changes everything.
Healthy independence is powerful, but independence should make connection safer, not impossible.
And this is a trick. Stay strong, stay grounded, but do not shut down. Instead, you can move slowly, you can observe, and stay emotionally present without building up walls. And here's how this would play out in real life. So imagine this. You're on a date with someone who's kind and calm. There's no drama, no chaos, no icky, weird feelings. But instead of feeling excited, you are bored or just feeling neutral. You're not really sure what to feel because there's no emotion behind it, no adrenaline. So you assume that there's no spark between you.
Sometimes what feels boring is just safe. If your nervous system is used to intensity, calm can feel unfamiliar. But that doesn't mean it's wrong though. It means it's new. So now, if you don't remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Feeling more independent but less connected is not random. It is exactly what's happened after love feels risky. It is just protection that lasted for too long. Not weakness, not failure, and not lack of growth. It's just protection.
And in the last video, we spoke to you about why wanting a relationship can feel risky. This is what happens after that. Risk leads you to protection. Protection leads you to distance. And distance leads you to independence without intimacy. If this video resonated with you, go watch our last one as well, because it's part of the same pattern.